I'm Pixie and I'm doing the 1 ingredient 4 ways workshop. I'm going to be showing how to make 4 recipes using a butternut squash. The humble butternut squash has not been celebrated enough, and it's really easy to use, really cheap, really versatile. I am going to make my Tex-Mex stuffed butternut squash. What I've got here is a butternut squash that I have chopped in half. I've left the skin on because you want to keep the structure of it because you're going to stuff it. And what I've done with this, you can put it in the oven for 40 minutes, but 40 minutes is a long time. What you can do is put this in the microwave for 15 minutes. So I'm going to just take out all the middle bit here so I can really pack as much of the filling in as possible. And obviously I'm not going to throw away the middle bit. I'm going to use that in a recipe in a bit to make the filling. So I've got some water boiling here. I've got about you can use between 100 to 200 grams of rice, and that's just going to go straight in there. Adding just half a stock cube makes a really big difference. We're going to add some sweet corn. We're going to add this beautiful red tomato. I've got 2 different types of beans that I've drained here. And then we're going to add some coriander. And of course, it wouldn't be complete unless we added some cheese. Go straight in here. To really make it really good is this spice mix. Right, so you're going to pile this really nice and high. Just to finish it off, I'm going to add a bit more cheese on top, just to give it a really nice finish. And this only needs to go into the oven for about 2 minutes or something, just really for the cheese to melt. So there we go, this is the first dish all done. It's the Tex-Mex stuffed butternut squash with a nice big dollop of guac on top. I'm going to make a butternut squash and green salad. You can use purple sprouted broccoli, tender stem broccoli. I'm going to chop these right in half. Definitely use all the stems. You just put a little bit of water onto a plate with the broccoli and put it in the microwave for like 3 minutes. About 100 grams of spinach, a nice big handful. I'm going to add some avocado. And I'm also going to add some chickpeas. Then finally I'm just going to add the leftover butternut squash. The final thing I'm going to add to this is a very large amount of pesto. And there you go, that was literally like 5 minutes, and look at how beautiful. I think that looks so appetizing in it. A potato, butternut squash and dill salad. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take these potatoes, I'm going to drain them, and so that's really nice and hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the butternut squash to that. A nice bit of butter there, right in, that's hopefully going to melt all the way through. So I've got some dill and some mint. Mix this all together, just to really get the butter throughout the whole thing. So that's another one done. I'm going to make a sort of lasagna veggie stack. So I'm going to layer up different vegetables with tomato sauce and with cheese. It's really good. So I've actually pre-peeled and chopped the butternut squash. So use the top half, I've cut it into these wonderful rounds like this. Now I'm going to drizzle it with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of salt all over. Now I'm just going to put this in the oven, which I've preheated to 200 degrees. As well as the butternut squash, I'm going to have my aubergine and my courgette. Aubergine absorbs a lot of oil, so you want to be really careful not to add too much there. Just a really small drizzle, you really don't want to overdo it. This is now going to go in the oven as well. To assemble the veggie stacks, we're going to need a tomato sauce, and we're going to need lots of good cheese. Basically 1 really small onion, which is about the size, or it should fit into your palm, really small. 3 cloves of garlic and some passata. So we're going to layer this out. We've got the butternut squash, then we get tomato sauce, cheese, then aubergine, courgette, and then more sauce, more cheese, and repeat. Hopefully they'll stay upright while I put them in the oven here. And then we've got these beautiful veggie stacks, really colourful. And that's your 4 recipes.